Friends, this is why we gather, even in distant sort of ways, during these pandemic times. But this is who we are as a church. People desiring to be healed and made whole by Jesus, and then to bring that healing and wholeness out into the world. In this season of ordinary time, we intend to align our lives with the social justice practices, putting feet to our faith by establishing God's justice all around us. Our spiritual formation, the being transformed into the image of Jesus, has 3 essential spheres to it: personal, corporate, and social. How painfully challenging is this word from the late Asbury professor named Robert Mulholland? He says, corporate spirituality will wither on the vine if it does not reach out into the world. When we talk about justice in our Christian circles, there may be a few folks who push back entirely, thinking this social justice stuff is just a leftist political agenda. Let me say that this in and of itself is a politically charged criticism, and I would venture is a way that the deceiver is keeping us from actually following in the way of Jesus. You see, Jesus was all about compassion and justice, and the minorities and the underprivileged. Jesus was deeply engaged in political upheaval, faithfully seeking to dismantle the systems that result in mistreatment of others, of poverty and oppression. I'm willing to bet the rest of us, you and me, probably fall into a more subtly and yet dangerous camp of the issue of establishing God's justice around us. We're fine with endorsing the idea of justice. That sounds good. But when working for justice might have a negative effect on our comfort, on our wealth, our property, our rights, or our opportunities, we're going to run the other way. Issues of justice are going to necessitate an all-in mentality from us. The type of economy that Jesus came to build is one of generosity and enough-ness. John Perkins declares, justice is always about what one owns. So would you be willing to buy into Jesus' economic plan if it affects what you own? If it meant redistributing your hard-earned wealth and resources so no one has to go without? Would you be willing to advocate for affordable housing in your neighborhood, even if it means your home's value will take a hit? These are the types of uncomfortable questions we have to face in ourselves, especially right now with a heated election season and emotions running hot. May we take the time to ask the Holy Spirit to uncover these unholy ideas within us, to uncover our selfishness, our egocentricness, our anything that's withholding us from God's kingdom, and grant us wisdom and courage to move forward. And may our votes be in favor of Jesus' kingdom, establishing God's justice all around us.